Yo, what's good? It's RJ. Welcome back. And today, the Adidas Ultraboost 21. Fresh new box. A lot more to talk about. Let's dive in. All right, before we get started, I want to make it very, very clear. This is my personal review. This is my opinions, my thoughts on the sneaker, everything from size to comfort. All of that is my personal opinion. I just want to give you guys all of my thoughts, and hopefully it helps you if you're looking to purchase the shoe, if you're having the same issues that I'm having, whatever the case may be. And I am by no means a runner. I do go on runs, I jog, I take the kids out, I run around, I do my thing, but I'm not an average runner. I'm not doing marathons. I'm not running 5Ks, 10Ks, anything regularly. Now, I've partaken in runs. I've done runs. I kind of know what it takes to have a good sneaker to go on longer runs and to do the marathon type of things. But don't take my advice if you're looking for advice from a marathon runner, okay? With that said though, we do have a brand new Ultraboost silhouette from the brand with 3 stripes. And I'm excited because I love the Ultraboost. Those of you who know me, who have watched the channel for a long time, you guys know I'm infatuated with the Ultraboost. I love it. Absolutely my favorite silhouette of all time. And I like runners. It's my favorite style of sneaker. So with that said, we do have a brand new box. And I've seen a lot of people saying it's a Yeezy style box. It's this, that, the next thing. Honestly, it's just a pull-out box. We've seen them before. We've seen them 100 times, more than that. But it's cool, man. You got all kinds of detailing all over the box. You got the code, kind of QR stylish code up top. All kinds of just illustrations all throughout the box. And it is two-tone, which I thought was pretty dope. You got more of a lighter brown with the printing and all the graphics and everything on the shell. And then the actual box is more of a, more like a craft cardboard, if you will, with all the stuff on here. You got the size tag, all that stuff, label and everything. And yeah, I think it was time. It was time for a new box, something to get us a little excited other than just the shoe. So let's get them out, take a look. So I'll be completely honest, the last thing I needed was another pair of white shoes with 2 little boys running around. Okay, not running around, only one of them runs around. The other one's about to run around, but the last thing I need is another pair of shoes for them to step on, drag me into the mud, all that stuff. But to me, this was the best option with what we had. And they dropped early for us Icon members. You know, because we get treated like icons, right? Anyway, outside of that, here they are right here, Ultraboost 21. And off the bat, way better than the 20s and the 19s, which were essentially to me the same sneaker with little prime knit changes. Right when I saw these, I thought OG Energy Boost, and I'll pull those out too. I have them on to take a look. Just shape, all that stuff, everything throughout really reminded me of that sneaker. But nonetheless, guys, here they are in all their glory. I love this sneaker. I'm a big fan. I do have a few quarrels with it, and I'll dive into what they are in just a minute. As always, we take one, we put one aside, and we will take a look at this bad boy right here. Give it up close, get you guys a better look at it, all the good stuff. I do wear my shoes. I never, ever review a sneaker without at least taking it for a spin, because what kind of review would that be, right? As always, we will start with the upper. We have a full prime knit upper from the toe box all the way through the midpoint, wrapped around the back panel of the sneaker. And then you've got hits like this heel cup, heel counter, whatever you want to call it. You've got the typical Ultraboost branding. However, we do have a different font come this time. And then head back to the midpoint of the shoe. We always have that TPU plastic cage. This one has that Xeno effect or there's other names for it, but Adidas calls it Xeno. You can kind of see in the lighting, it does have that reflective look to it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it was on the white sneakers and couldn't really get it without them. Again, head up to the midpoint. We have flat white cotton laces, 1 single pair of laces, which is fine. That's pretty typical for a GR, general release Ultraboost. We've got a tongue tag right here. Features that same, it's some sort of QR, I don't know, some sort of scannable code, I believe. And then you've got Prime Blue written on there. This sneaker does feature recycled materials from Parley. If you guys know the brand, Adidas works very closely with them. They clean up ocean waste, recycle it, make it into sneakers. just making the world a better place, one shoe or two at a time, however you want to look at it. But this does feature Parley technology and or recycled materials rather, and always nice to support the cause. So shout out to Adidas, shout out to Parley for that one. But before we go any further, I am gonna break out the Energy Boost from back in the day. Ye made it famous. You know what I'm talking about, and give me a sec. So this is the sneaker I'm talking about right here, and you'll probably look at it and go, what in the world is he talking about? Way different, completely different. But if you do look at them side by side, they do kind of have similar features on the toe box, and that's just like the first thing I saw, right? You got kind of the same tooling and or shaping of the prime knit around the toe box. It's just like when I look down at them, it was just very reminiscent of this sneaker right here. And this is one of my all-time favorite Adidas runners right here. And they're hard to come by, except Adidas just re-released the black version, I think, on the site. So I'll link those down below as well if I remember. But one of my favorites, if you can get a hold of them, it's a very comfortable shoe. I love this shoe. And there's pictures of Kanye wearing these way back in the day. So these should be like ridiculously expensive, but they're not. So anyway, just hard to find. Outside of all the stuff up top and the knit designs and all of that stuff, we will head down to this thick, super thick Boost midsole. And that's what everybody's talking about. The biggest question that I've gotten so far is, how does the Boost feel? What's it like? Does it compare to all the Ultraboost 1 through 4, 5, 12, however many they have now? Or is it more of an everyday casual wear, kind of like the NMDs or a few of the other casual Boost sneakers? And the answer is, it is soft, it's cushy, it's responsive, it's a little more dense because all in all, it is a performance sneaker. And you want that in a running shoe, right? A lot of us might wear these every day casually because they look good, in my opinion. It's still a performance sneaker, and that's Adidas. That's where they go for. That's the first thing they have in mind when they're producing this sneaker now every year, since we do have a yearly iteration of the Ultra Boost, as well as the now DNA, which is what it is. So that's that right there. Definitely is a bit more dense, super responsive. I did go on a little bit of a run, a jog with my son, and it's super responsive. That's the best way to put it. It's bouncy. Look how thick that is, man, in the rear right there. There's no doubt that you're gonna have a ton of bounce, ton of response, and all in all, it just feels amazing on foot. The one quarrel I had, and I think I've kind of told you guys this in the past, I've just chalked it up to the fact that I just have soft, sensitive feet or skin or whatever the situation is, and I'm not joking, so don't laugh at that. But the situation is I'm kind of getting like rubbing around the ankles right here, and I wear short, no-show socks for the majority of the time, and they rub. I was kind of getting a little rub, not enough to get a blister or anything like that, but it was irritating. So that would probably go away after time, and that's like the one big quarrel that I have with the shoe. Other than that, they feel great. I'll talk more about sizing and pricing and stuff like that in just a moment. Outside of the midsole, the upper, we do have your outsole, and that is Continental branded, as you can see right up front right there where it's all filthy. We got more of that Xeno hits on the bottom. That's your torsion system that we're used to seeing in the old Ultra Boost right there. That fork system that does give you all of that control, stability on the torque and everything when the shoe is actually being performed with athletically, all that kind of stuff. So I told you guys, man, don't expect a huge technical review here, but I'll do the best that I can. And then outside of that, just a ton of traction all the way around, but it is very, very minimal as far as an outsole goes. Can't really call it an outsole, honestly. It's just more of a protective layer to keep that boost from hitting the actual the asphalt and the dirt and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. That's your outsole. Like I said, it is co-branded with Continental, the tire company, so you are getting a decently quality piece of rubber down there. Now, real quick, before we hop into the details, pricing, and all that stuff, we will take the insole out. There it is right there. As you can see, Prime Blue made with Parley Ocean plastic. Bottom of the insole right there, Adidas branding as usual, and not very flimsy. We've seen pretty flimsy insoles from Adidas in the past with the Ultra Boost, but this thing actually has some rigidity to it, if you will. So that's that. Feels good. Like I said, it feels great on foot, and I like it. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna hop into sizing and comfort, kind of lump them together. And I will say, out of 10, it's like a 9 as far as comfort goes. But as far as sizing goes, I would almost say half size up. I'm a 10.5. I went 10.5 and they fit and they're snug and they feel great, probably the way that they should. But my toes were kind of bulging because it is a bit more narrow in the toe box. I may try a half size up next time and just see how it feels and update you if and when that time comes. But for now, I'm gonna say true to size, definitely don't go down. If you have a thicker, wider, fatter, whatever you wanna call it, foot, go half size up, because I think that's probably the best, because I wear very, very thin socks too. So keep that in mind. I wear like Stance no-shows. And if you're wearing something thick, a wool sock, anything that you're running like in colder climates, I would definitely suggest a half size up. I hope that helps you guys. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just my personal opinion. Outside of that, like I said, comfort. The only thing that took away from the comfort is the fact that it was a bit snug in the toe box. And so I think just a bit, maybe wider toe box and or a little bit more length to add room to the sneaker would probably help. And that is that. And lastly is price. $180 USD, typical for an Ultraboost, but still, I've said this since I think day one. Everyone else is talking about it. My boys on the Sneak Disc podcast are talking about it a lot. Adidas price points are just crazy, man. It's absolutely nutty. This should be, in my opinion, $140, $150 shoe with collaborations jumping up $20. And I think the sneaker would sell a lot better. It'd be a lot better received. More people would get to try the sneaker out, because $180 is just very deterring, especially for people who don't have the excess income to be spending on countless pairs of sneakers like some of us force ourselves to. So that's $180. It is what it is. It was expected. I didn't expect anything less, but that's still where we're at, paying $200 for a running shoe and buying 12 pairs and having thousands and thousands of dollars of shoes in our closet. So that is pretty much the roundabout conversation on the Adidas Ultraboost 21. All in all, I like the shoe and I will throw it on feet, give you guys a better look at it. If you have any questions that I didn't address specifically, please leave them down in the comment section. I will get back to you at some point in time. I'm behind on my comments. I apologize, but I definitely will catch up and I'll get back to you guys. And I think that pretty much is it, man. I hope I helped some people. I hope if you're looking to pick these up, I hope that lended you a bit of advice. Again, like I said, I'm not an avid runner, but I do appreciate a good run and a good running sneaker. So real quick, one more detail I forgot to add right there. I told myself I wouldn't forget. It says Prime Knit right there, and it's almost like branded into the shoe right there, or debossed, whatever you want to call it, into the actual Prime Knit, which is cool. A detail that I personally haven't seen before. If that's on any other shoes, please let me know. Guys, that's gonna do it for me. My name is RJ. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Periodically, we have sneaker reviews on this channel, and hopefully at some point in time, we'll be able to do a little bit more here. But I appreciate each and every single one of you for watching, man. Let's go throw these on feet and get a better look at them. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. That's kind of cool too, right? Little piece of yarn. I assume this is recycled as well. I don't know. But shout out to Adidas. Shout out Parley.